Our children are watching how we respond when the world feels dark. We don't have to give them perfect theology every time because we don't have perfect theology every time when they ask those hard questions. We don't have to have these perfect Pinterest-worthy holiday photographs. We just need to invite Jesus into our homes, into our rhythms, and into our conversations with our children. Hey friends, welcome to the Links to Messiah podcast. My name's Rachel Kushner, and this is where we explore the Jewish roots of our faith and create family traditions that point straight to Jesus. Let's get started. Hey friends, welcome back. I am so happy that you're here. Today we are talking all things Hanukkah. And before you picture dreidels and donuts and 8 nights of gifts, I want you to hear this clearly. Hanukkah is not just a Jewish holiday from history. It is a story that Jesus stepped into, celebrated, and fulfilled. So let's sit down. Let's breathe for a moment and let's discover how this ancient festival points directly to him. Hanukkah happens in the winter around the time of the shortest days and the longest nights. Historically, it is commemorating a time when the Jewish people were under brutal oppression. And God's people had been forbidden to practice their faith, and the temple in Jerusalem had been desecrated. There was a small family called the Maccabees, and they led a revolt and miraculously reclaimed the temple and rededicated it to God. It is the Feast of Dedication. That's what Hanukkah is. They needed oil for the menorah, holy oil that takes days and days to prepare, but they only had enough for one day. And legend tells us that God provided enough oil to light for 8 days. Hanukkah literally means dedication. So this celebration became a reminder that God rescues, that God preserves, and that God brings light where darkness thinks it's won. Does that sound familiar? Many Christians don't realize this, but Hanukkah is actually mentioned in the Bible. In John 10:22, it says, "Then came the festival of dedication at Jerusalem. It was winter, and Jesus was in the temple courts walking in Solomon's colonnade." The festival of dedication is Hanukkah. So Jesus didn't just know about Hanukkah, he celebrated it. He honored it. And guess what? He taught in the middle of it. And what did he choose to teach about during Hanukkah? He taught about his identity, his mission, and his relationship to the Father. In that very same chapter, John 10, just a few verses later, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." He also says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me." And later, "I and the Father are one." It's almost as if Jesus is saying, "You're celebrating a miracle of light. I am the miracle of light. You're remembering how God rescues his people. I am the God who came to rescue you." Hanukkah revealed a physical light in a dark temple, and Jesus reveals a spiritual light in a very dark world. Let's talk about briefly why Hanukkah matters for Christian families. We live in a world full of noise, pressure, and distraction. That is not That is not a newsflash for any of us, but our kids are growing up in a culture filled with spiritual darkness. Hanukkah gives us a chance to slow down, to gather together, to light candles, and remember God's faithfulness. And we are declaring light wins every time. Celebrating Hanukkah doesn't make us less Christian. It roots us more deeply in the story that Jesus remembered and honored and fulfilled. If Jesus celebrated it, then maybe it's worth asking, what might God want to show our families through it today? Good things to think about. Now listen, as always, I love to share with you ideas that you can implement with zero to very little prep time so that you can have some fun activities all around Hanukkah to celebrate with your family. So here we go. I have 3 ideas for you. Before I tell you the first activity, let me just tell you, the third activity is my favorite. So please stick around and listen to that one. But number 1, the first activity I'm going to suggest for you is just a one light story time. So turn off the lights, light a single candle or a flashlight, and ask each person to share a time when God showed up for them in the dark. You can use prompts like, when you were scared, or when something was hard, or when you prayed and God helped you. Get your kids sharing and thinking about how God has helped them when they were in the dark or when they were scared. Then you can just close with a simple prayer. Jesus, thank you for being the light of the world and the light in our family. You know, something that's just popping into my head when it comes to this idea. The other thing you could do is go to the library, get some books on Hanukkah, and you can do this lighting a candle, the one light story time. You could light one candle and you can read a story out loud to your kids. I think they'd really enjoy that. Activity number 2, hide the dreidel scavenger game. If you don't have a dreidel, use any small object. Hide it while everyone closes their eyes and say, we're searching for light, truth, and joy, just like the people of God searched for hope. When somebody finds it, everybody cheers loudly. Do it a few times. No prep. It's going to be loud and it's going to be fun. Activity number 3. This one is my favorite. What we're going to do on our Instagram account is every night during Hanukkah. So 8 nights. This year we're starting on Sunday, December 14th. That is the first night of Hanukkah. We are going to light the Hanukkah together. I'm going to say the prayer for you in Hebrew and in English. There's also a chance that I might be reading a story aloud for your kids on some of the nights that we spend together. So hop on over to Instagram and give me a follow so that you'll be notified when I go live. That is going to be a lot of fun. As parents, our children are watching how we respond when the world feels dark. We don't have to give them perfect theology every time because we don't have perfect theology every time when they ask those hard questions. We don't have to have these perfect Pinterest-worthy holiday photographs. We just need to invite Jesus into our homes, into our rhythms, and into our conversations with our children. Hanukkah is not about performance. It's about remembering the God who shows up when hope is gone. It's a very hopeful time of year. Hanukkah is a reminder that even when we are down to nothing, God is up to something. When the oil is gone, when the light is fading, when the future looks uncertain, Jesus steps into the temple and says, I am the light of the world. So this year, whether you light candles or make donuts or spin the dreidel or just say a simple prayer at dinner, remember this: light wins every time because Jesus wins every time. Thanks for joining me today. If you try one of those activities, let me know. I love hearing how your family is learning and growing. I look forward to seeing you on Instagram as we light the Hanukkah together this year. Every night for 8 nights, we're going to gather on Instagram. May the light of Jesus shine brightly in your home this season. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to head over to linkstomessiah.com, where we have a lot of free resources, seasonal boxes, and an ever-growing digital library. We are here to help your family connect with the Jewish roots of our faith and the Messiah, Jesus.